Hi guys. So I'm here to talk to you about The Birth of Venus, which is one of the paintings that you're going to be seeing in the VR experience. So this is a painting by an Italian artist called Botticeli. It was probably painted in the mid 1480s, so it's a very famous Renaissance painting. And it shows like the goddess of Venus arriving at the shore after her birth. And she's emerged from the sea fully grown, so she was born fully grown according to the painting and the story. And the painting is in the Uffizi Gallery in Florence, Italy, as it was painted by an Italian artist. So in the center you can see the newly born goddess of Venus standing in a giant scallop, and she's nude. At the left we have the wind god called Zephyr, who's blowing at her, and he's holding on to a young female who is also blowing, and they both have wings. So yeah, they're allegedly meant to be blowing the goddess of Venus towards the shore. You can see them like blowing with those lines within the painting, which looks like wind. And there is a figure to the right of, to the right of the painting if you're looking at it, and she's holding clothes ready for the newborn Venus to wear when she gets to the shore. So the woman to the right of the goddess Venus is thought to be something which is called a Hora, which is a minor Greek goddess of the main Greek goddess of the time. And this Hora is thought to be the Hora of spring because of the flowers on her dress. So yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the style of the painting and some artistic features. So as many Renaissance paintings are, it's relatively simplistic with the colour palette and the tones. There isn't a huge tonal contrast apart from around the edges. It's got some deeper tones, but the goddess Venus herself is relatively she's made up of relatively light tones, and she's also definitely made to be the center and the focus of the picture because she's seemed to be much paler than the rest of the characters around, with lighter tones and less tonal contrast, which makes her appear sort of brighter than the other characters. The main darker tones and contrasts are around the edges of the painting. So yeah, that's it. Enjoy the experience.
Today we're going to interview Josh about the famous painting called the Starry Night.
Starry Night is an art piece made by the artist Vincent van Gogh, arguably one of the most iconic artists of all time. Van Gogh was struggling from mental illnesses, and the sweeping view of the Starry Night was actually captured from his window in the asylum he was in. The painting was rendered in the artist's characteristics. It features short painterly brushstrokes. The main light sources in the painting are the bright stars and the crescent moon. The swirling sky directs the viewer's eye around the painting with spacing between the stars and the curving contours creating a dot-to-dot effect. Van Gogh's use of white and yellow creates a spiral effect which draws attention to the sky. The painting shows Van Gogh's love and passion towards the night sky, as the powerful sky sits above the quiet town. The painting evokes many thoughts and feelings within the person viewing it. Yeah.
Okay, so Yolanda is now going to tell us a bit about the Mona Lisa. Take it away.
The Mona Lisa is widely considered as the greatest portrait of all time. The painting is small. Okay. The Mona Lisa is widely considered as the greatest painting of all time. The painting is small, only 76 centimeters by 53 centimeters. The colors are somber and the background seems desolate and eerie. The subject, Mona Lisa herself, isn't anyone historically significant. It is famous for the optical illusion, aka the mystery smile that you all know. The painting is also famous because it was the first to exhibit use of one-point perspective. In addition, at that time, was painted in 1503, it was considered improper for a married woman to look directly at a man who was not her husband. Scandalous, right? The reason why the painting is such a masterpiece boils down to the techniques that were used in order to paint it. Leonardo da Vinci made heavy use of most forgotten painting technique, which is called sfumato, Italian for smoke. It's a very tedious process where the pigment is applied in thin layers, hence why it took him such a long time to paint it. The translucent layers of colors create the appearance of depth, volume, and form. This is also one of the first portraits to use the imaginary landscape. The fact that the background becomes hazier and more out of focus as distance increases was a major breakthrough that added the realism of the painting. So, let's move on to Mona Lisa. Who is she? Experts disagree, but she is most likely Madonna Lisa di Antonio Maria Girardini, wife of wealthy merchant Francesco Giocondo, who commissioned this painting in 1503. So why is it famous? It's famous because it got stolen in a period of time where the art was displayed in the Louvre, a French art exhibition. The police suspected one of the most famous artists in the world, Pablo Picasso. But Picasso was innocent. The thief turned out to be an Italian carpenter and was caught in Florence. Afterwards, Mona Lisa got returned to the Louvre, the museum in France. From that day onwards, it became the darling of art's world. Everyone wanted to see Da Vinci's painting, which Picasso was suspected of stealing. Soon tourists crowded in. Most people forgot why it was famous in the first place. That may raise some eyebrows, but certainly not Mona Lisa's because she doesn't have any. It was a fashion in the Renaissance time for women to shave all their eyebrows off. And that's it for today.